Hi dears, this is Gracie and welcome again to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss three things. First one is, how did we get into more than 600,000 pesos in consumer debt? Yes, you heard that right. 600,000 pesos, which is roughly, let me get my calculator. I'm not really good with math. That's about $12,400 in consumer debts. Second is, what is the method that we are using to help us pay this debt? And the third is, what are the steps that we are taking to help us get through? And the third is, what are the steps that we are taking to ensure that we are going to be successful in this journey to a debt-free life? Hope you'll join me. Now, before we continue, let me just say I am so sorry, really truly sorry, for being remiss in properly introducing myself. So my name is Gracie Freeman. Real name is Esther Grace Freeman. I'm 45 years old and I'm married to a Black American. So my husband is staying in Chicago and I am staying here in the Philippines. So I'm working as an account manager in one of the BPO companies that's business process outsourcing. We don't have a kid, but we do have 10 cats and 4 dogs. So, how did we get into more than 600,000 pesos in debt, or $12,400? You're probably wondering, perhaps you have a really nice car. No, I don't. This is what I have. A Honda Scoopy scooter, which my husband really loves. Then perhaps you have a fancy house. No, we don't. We're just renting a house. If you have seen my previous video, I've mentioned that we have a house rent and this is the contract. Well, then perhaps you have gadgets. Well, I do, but they were not purchased by me. They were bought by my husband. And so I wasn't charged on my cards. So these consumer debts that I have are all on my 3 credit cards. So to give you a background, what happened was that 10 years ago, I had my first credit card, which was JCB under BDO. So at that time, I only had like 20,000 pesos in credit limit. I was really quite responsible in paying for my credit card debts at that time. So every time I charge from the card, I don't just pay the minimum payment. I pay whatever I charge my card with. So if I charge 3,000, I pay 3,000. So in 6 months, they increased my credit limit to 50,000. That was okay. It was still fine. And then 2 years after that, I got my Citibank credit card. At that time, they gave me 390,000 pesos credit limit. So that was quite a huge amount. Yeah, sure, I've got 390,000, but it's still just credit. Whenever I go out of the country, I do charge on my credit card, but then the moment I get back, I pay it. And of course, I have my pocket money from my husband. Usually when I travel as a backpacker. Because it's not really practical to charge like thousands of pesos on your credit card just to stay in a room. So what caused all those debts? Well, I discovered the joy of online shopping. So whatever I fancied on, whenever I see something that I like, I just charge it on my card. So I did pay my monthly credit card bills, but I wasn't really looking at the interest rates. And then Citibank would call me or send me a message or email saying, would you like to convert your balance? And then, of course, at that time, I didn't really know. I had no idea what the balance conversion was. And so it was just one balance conversion after another. And so it increased the interest rates that I already had on my card. So it ballooned, it adds up. And then personal challenges cropped up. And then, of course, hi, Region. If you can see me, hope we get our money back. But nah, that was our mistake. We got lured into the get rich quick scheme. So that was our fault. It wasn't really anybody's fault but ours. So that's how we got into debt. Now the second is the method that we're using to help us pay this debt. So there are two types or two methods, and the first one is debt avalanche. So the debt avalanche is you pay your debt or your loans with the highest interest rates. So if you think about it, it's the one that is most effective because you're paying for the high interest rates. But then the second type is the one that we're using, which is the debt snowball. Now the debt snowball is you take care of the one with the lowest amount. Whatever that is, whatever credit, whatever loan that you have, the one with the lowest amount is the one that you pay first. And you know why it works? Because you see that a debt is taken off of your list. And so it just gives you this sense of accomplishment. Oh, wow, I've taken care of one debt. So that's one off of my list. And so it works. And I'll show you what I'm using right now, which is still based on Dave Ramsey's 7 Baby Steps to Financial Freedom. It's a debt reduction calculator. Let's get to it. Okay, like promised, I am going to show you what I use, which is the debt reduction calculator. And I'll link the website on the description box below. So as you can see, so these are our debts as of September 6th. I'll show you the updated one on my next videos. So this is just for me to show you how you go about it. So let's say these are your debts. So student loan, car loan, perhaps you have one credit card, another one, and an Amazon card. So let's say your student loan is $26,000. Car loan could be 16. Citibank, let's say you have 12. Discover, you have 14. Amazon could just be 2,800. And then this could be the one with the highest percentage. Car loan could be 6.5. Student loan could be 5.4. Again, these are just for example. Okay, and then you have to decide what amount you are gonna set aside for paying all of your credit card bill. So let's say you're setting aside 3,800 every month. And then you choose the method that you're going to use. So let's do it for the avalanche, which is the one with the highest interest payment. So this sums up all of your debts or credit card or consumer debts. Now here is how it would look like if you choose the avalanche or the high interest rate first. So as you can see, the one that you're paying first would be Citibank because it's the one with the highest interest rate, which is 19%. So then it will show you you'll be debt free on June 2020 and how many months you have to pay for it, and then the total interest paid, which is $3,709 $8.70. Now, if you are going to choose the one we are doing, which is Snowball, then you are going to see that it tackles the one with the lowest amount first, which is Amazon. So just 1 month to pay for it in Citibank, and then Discover car loan, and then the student loan is the one with the highest amount, which is $26,000. As you can see, the total interest paid is $4,066.10. You'll still be debt free in June 2022, but then as you will see, you are paying more for the interest rate, which again, the Avalanche is the one which is mathematically correct, or the best way to go about it, but then Snowball is what we are doing because it works for us. So the third is that we are going to discuss the steps that we are taking to ensure that we are successful in our goal of being debt-free. The first thing is get on the program. Whatever goals you have, if you don't get the buy-in, if you're not on the same page with your husband, your partner, your family, then your goal is going to get derailed. Sure, you are still going to accomplish it, but it's going to be doubly hard. So you need to get the buy-in. You need to be on the same page with your husband. And the good thing is that, and I'm blessed because my husband is in on it. He said it's painful. He said it's painful, physically painful, that he has to send me money that is intended for investment just to pay for our debt. But the good thing is that he understands it. He's on the same page with me, and I'm thankful for that. The second thing is manage your budget. You have to know your expenses, your savings, your debts like the back of your hand. And what has helped me is I kept track of my spending. So I use this application. It's entirely up to you how you are gonna go about it. But you can use any apps, or you can write it. What I do is that I have spreadsheet, but I also use the planner that I have, and then I also have an application that I have on my phone that I just keep track of my spending real time. So it's got the date, it's got the categories, so you can just jot down, so you can just type on your phone on the application, and I'll show it here. It's quite handy. Third thing is try to find ways to save. I've been watching these videos of minimalists or people living a frugal life, and it has helped me tremendously. So nakatabang siya dako kayo sa ako. Just things, really small things that helps you. So one of the things that I've done is, of course, I've been doing the 50 or 20 pesos challenge, which I have learned from one of my former colleagues. I hope that you can see this video. Megan Escabarte. She's in Thailand right now. So I've learned from her how to do the challenge, and I've been doing it for years now. I think 2 years. So what do I do? So let me just show you, and I'll discuss more about this in my next video. So I just use a shoe box. So I just put the money here. My husband said that it has to be smaller than this because a little girl can get this, but she doesn't really care about money. So this is what I use. It's got 20 or 50 pesos inside it. And another thing is that I've got this coins. I just use empty bottle, soda bottle, and it's got 1 peso or 5 peso or 10 peso. And then other things that I've learned to save is that emptying things, or using the things that you have, like toothpaste. You think that you have already used up all of it in the tube, cut it, and then just take out all of the toothpaste. It helps, small things, but it helps. And I've also been using this, so we have alcohol, right? Now if you are gonna use this, I'm not advertising this brand, they're not they're not paying me, but anyways, So if you're gonna use this bottle and then you just pour it, it's kind of a waste. So what I do is that I just put it in spray bottles. So it helps. And other things is that liquid soap or hand washing liquid soap. So I use this foam bottle. So it helps. And so unlike before, we're in again, I'm advertising Safeguard, but it helps. Like before, when I was using hand washing soap, it like I used up one bottle in just 15 days or 20 days, but right now it takes me about 2 months before I consume all of this because it's foam. See, I've got soap on my hands. And then instead of buying all those expensive cleaning materials, or you've got the specialized soap for everything or specialized cleaning materials for everything, just use what you have at home. So baking soda's quite effective. So really just minor things, but then it helps along the way. So those are the things that I do, or the steps that we do to ensure that we are successful in our journey to a debt-free life. And thank you so much. I hope that my experience opens up your eyes to controlling your debt, and I hope that I was able to help at least one of you. Really, I'm not a licensed financial advisor, but I hope that what you have watched and what you have listened helps you. So that's it for today, and I hope that you will like, subscribe, and hit on the notification bell so that you will know when I will upload my next video. I hope that you do learning, and I really hope that you will join us in our journey to a debt-free life. Bye!